I'm Richard. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is Talk 199, Part 1. The ladies later asked several questions relating to their present inability to realize the already realized eternal self. The sign of realization would be bliss, which was absent. Maharshi said, "There is only one consciousness, but we speak of several kinds of consciousness as body consciousness, self-consciousness. They are only relative states of the same absolute consciousness. Without consciousness, time and space do not exist. They appear in consciousness. It's like a screen on which they are cast as pictures and move as in a cinema show. The absolute consciousness is our real nature." Questioner: Where do these objects arise? Maharshi: Just from where you rise. Know the subject first, and then question about the object. Questioner: It is only one aspect of the question. Maharshi: The subject comprehends the object also. That one aspect is an all-comprehensive aspect. See yourself first, and then see the objects. What is not in you cannot appear outside. Questioner: I am not satisfied. Maharshi: Satisfaction can be only when you reach the source. Otherwise, restlessness exists. Questioner: Is the Supreme Being with or without attributes? Maharshi: Know first if you are with or without attributes. Questioner: What is samadhi? Maharshi: One's own true nature. Questioner: Why then is effort necessary to attain it? Maharshi: Whose is the effort? In this dialogue, some women ask several questions they have from their effort to realize the eternal self. They think that bliss is a sign of realization, and they don't have it. Ramana Maharshi, as in all his answers, directs them to look within themselves in order to actually understand what they are asking. Maharshi starts by emphasizing the oneness of consciousness, explaining that different types of consciousness, such as body consciousness and self-consciousness, are merely relative states of the same absolute consciousness. There is but one consciousness, however it is named. It is not something else to be found or achieved. Ramana talks about the nature of consciousness, that time and space exist within it and would not exist without it. He uses the metaphor of a screen on which the images of time and space are projected like in a movie. The absolute consciousness is our true nature. Absolute here means the only one. Consciousness is what we are, the only thing we are made of. Time and space appear and play in consciousness like a movie on a screen. The movie is known by absolute consciousness, which is who we are. When questioned about where the objects come from, Maharshi redirects the focus on the subject, the self. He tells us to understand the subject first before trying to understand the object. Advaita Vedanta says that the apparent duality of subject and objects is just an appearance. In reality, they are not two, but just different views of what is ultimately one and the same. Maharshi encourages self-knowledge, saying that what is not within oneself cannot manifest externally. The universe manifests within us. Where is there any outside? The dialogue continues with a question about the Supreme Being and its attributes. Maharshi, in his characteristic style, prompts self-inquiry by asking the questioner to find out whether they themselves are with or without attributes. Only then can they address the nature of the Supreme Being and its attributes. Asked about samadhi, Maharshi succinctly defines it as your own true nature. This shows the power and depth of what he is teaching, that we are ourselves what we seek. We have everything needed to be happy, everything needed to know ourselves. We must just clear the clutter from our mind, unlearn the ideas about ourselves and the world that stand in the way of direct realization. These are our vasanas, our tendencies. We need to dissolve these tendencies. The ladies ask why effort is necessary to attain samadhi. When asked a question like this, most of us would try to explain why, but Maharshi responds by posing a counter question, asking whose effort is being referred to. This uproots the question instead of answering it. This prompts the questioner to investigate within themselves the nature of effort and to identify the one making the effort. Is it the ego or the true self? Maharshi says that true satisfaction comes only when you reach the source. True contentment comes from realizing the source of your own being, the self. Until you know and experience this source directly, like through self-inquiry, there will be a sense of restlessness or dissatisfaction. Seeking fulfillment in the world does not lead to satisfaction. True contentment is found by knowing the innermost self. Then there is nothing else that you need. Maharshi's responses consistently guide us back to self-inquiry and self-knowledge. The emphasis is on knowing your true nature, the relationship between subject and object, and the nature of effort reflect core elements of Ramana Maharshi's teachings. The dialogue encourages a profound introspective journey for those of us on the path of realizing the absolute consciousness as ourselves. So, inquire, know yourself, and be always free and at peace. Wisdom shines in talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. My comments bring this profound wisdom into your experience. These videos help bring Ramana Maharshi's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe now